Hey there, welcome back to. Today we're diving into a handy how-to guide that's all about setting up your very own home security camera system. This essential guide is designed to take you step by step through the process, from planning your security layout to remote monitoring and maintenance. So whether you're just dipping your toes into the DIY world or you're a seasoned pro looking for some new tricks, rest assured, we've got you covered. Before we start, it's crucial to plan where you want to place your cameras. This step is all about strategy. Think of your home as a fortress and your cameras as the watchtowers. So where do you need those watchful eyes? Firstly, consider the entry points to your home. Doors and windows on the ground level are prime spots, but don't overlook second-story windows, especially those that can be accessed from trees or balconies. Next, think about your property's perimeter. Driveways and backyards are often targeted by intruders. A camera here gives you that all-important early warning. Also, consider places inside your home that house valuable items. Maybe you have a home office with expensive equipment or a garage filled with tools. Remember, it's not just about catching intruders, but also about deterring them. Knowing they're on camera might be enough to send them packing. This will help you determine the number of cameras you need. Now, let's pick the right cameras for your needs. There's a wide range of options available on the market, each designed for specific requirements. First, you'll want to decide between wired and wireless cameras. Wired cameras are reliable and offer high-quality footage, but require a bit more work to install. Wireless cameras, on the other hand, are easy to set up and move around, but you'll need to keep an eye on battery life. Next, you'll need to consider where you'll be placing these cameras. For outdoor use, make sure they're weather resistant. Indoor cameras, meanwhile, can be a bit more discreet. The resolution of your camera is another crucial factor. High-definition cameras offer clearer images, making it easier to identify any potential intruders. Lastly, look for cameras with features like night vision and motion detection to ensure comprehensive coverage. These features will help you keep an eye on your home, no matter the time of day. Most security camera systems come with a DVR, digital video recorder, or NVR, network video recorder. These are the brains of your system, storing footage, managing recording, and connecting your cameras to other devices. Setting up your DVR or NVR is a straightforward process. Start by connecting it to your router using an Ethernet cable. This allows your recorder to communicate with your network and, if desired, the internet. Next, connect your DVR or NVR to a power source. You should see it start up, and usually an initial setup wizard will appear on your connected monitor. This wizard is your guide to configuring your system. It will help you set the date and time, create a password, format your hard drive for storage, and set up network settings. The exact steps may vary depending on your specific model, but the wizard is designed to make the process intuitive and user-friendly. Finally, you'll pair your cameras with the DVR or NVR. This usually involves connecting them via cables or wirelessly through your network. Once your cameras are connected and recognized, you're ready to move on. Follow the setup wizard to configure your system. This is your key to unlocking a secure, watchful eye over your property. Time to install your cameras. This is the moment where your home security system begins to take shape. First things first, you'll want to mount your cameras. Use the mounting brackets that come with your camera kit. Make sure they're secured tightly and positioned at an angle that provides the best possible coverage. Now let's talk about line of sight. You want to ensure that your cameras have a clear, unobstructed view of the areas they're monitoring. Avoid pointing them towards direct sunlight or reflective surfaces, as this can interfere with the image quality. Once your cameras are in place, it's time to connect them to your DVR or NVR. This process can vary slightly depending on whether you're using wired or wireless cameras. For wired cameras, you'll usually have an Ethernet cable that you'll need to connect from the camera to the recorder. You'll also need to connect the camera to a power source. If you're using wireless cameras, the process is a bit different. You'll still need to connect the camera to a power source, but you won't need to worry about running an Ethernet cable. Instead, the camera will connect to your recorder over your home's Wi-Fi network. Regardless of whether you're using wired or wireless cameras, you'll want to double-check that each camera is successfully connected to your recorder. You should be able to see a live feed from each camera on your recorder's monitor. Finally, as you're going through this process, it's essential to refer to the manufacturer's instructions that came with your camera kit. These will provide specific details about the installation process for your particular system. Remember to follow the manufacturer's instructions. Access the camera settings through the DVR/NVR interface. This is the control hub where you can customize your camera's performance to suit your needs. Let's dive right in and start configuring. Firstly, we'll set up motion detection zones. This feature allows your camera to focus on specific areas for movement. For instance, you may want to monitor your front door or a rarely used side gate. To set this up, simply select the camera you want to configure and draw a zone on the screen where you want to detect motion. Be sure to save your settings once you're done. Next, let's adjust the camera angles. It's essential to have an optimal view to cover the most critical areas of your property. You can tweak the camera's field of view directly from the interface. Just select the camera and use the directional controls to pan or tilt until you're satisfied with the coverage. Now, on to configuring recording schedules. This feature lets you determine when your camera should be actively recording. You might want round-the-clock surveillance, or perhaps you only need to monitor certain hours of the day. Either way, you can specify these preferences in the recording schedule section. Finally, let's talk about enabling mobile notifications. This is a handy feature that sends alerts to your smartphone whenever your cameras detect movement. To activate this, go to the notification settings, ensure your mobile number or email is correctly entered, and select the scenarios when you'd like to receive alerts. Remember, these settings aren't carved in stone. Feel free to experiment and adjust them as you see fit, depending on your security needs and lifestyle. And there you have it. You've now configured your camera settings to your preferences. You can also enable mobile notifications for alerts, so whenever something happens, you'll be the first to know. Now, isn't that a comforting thought? One of the great advantages of modern systems is remote monitoring. This feature adds a new layer of convenience and peace of mind to your home security setup. With remote monitoring, you're not just tied to the DVR or NVR at home. You can check on your property no matter where you are. So how do you set this up? It's simpler than you might think. First, you'll need to download the manufacturer's app. This should be available on both iOS and Android platforms. Once you've got the app, you'll need to connect it to your security system. This typically involves entering some information about your DVR or NVR, like its IP address or a unique identifier code. Once everything is connected, you're all set. You can now view live feeds from your cameras, review recorded footage, and even receive alerts about motion detection events. Now you can view your cameras from anywhere using your smartphone or computer. Before you call it a day, conduct thorough testing to ensure everything works as expected. It's not just about setting up your security system, it's ensuring it does its job efficiently. Start by checking if all the cameras are functioning and providing clear images, then test the motion detection feature to see if it's responsive. Confirm that the alerts are coming through to your mobile device or computer. This is a crucial step to ensure that you're not left with blind spots in your security coverage. But the work doesn't end there. Regular maintenance is key to a long-lasting and efficient system. It's a good practice to regularly check your cameras for debris or obstructions, especially after severe weather. Also, remember to periodically inspect all the hardware and connections for any signs of wear and tear. Lastly, technology evolves rapidly, and so does your security system. Keep the system's firmware up to date to ensure optimum performance and to access new features or improvements. There you have it, your very own home security camera system, all set up and ready to keep your home safe. We've planned the layout, chosen the right cameras, set up the DVR/NVR, installed and configured the cameras, enabled remote monitoring, and tested everything for a seamless operation. Remember to hit that like button if you found this guide helpful, and do subscribe for more DIY wisdom. Got a question? Drop it in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay safe.